That's awesome!
I think I just might want to be a scientist when I grow up.
Science is everywhere.
Stop and try to wonder why.
Science is so cool.
Tyson, you know you can't have people food. It's not healthy for dogs. Now go eat your dog food. Hurry up, Deshaun. The sooner we finish, the sooner we get to go to the zoo with Dad. I've been waiting all week for Saturday to come. I can't wait to see the otters. They're so funny. I love watching them.
I really want to see the lions. Remember how scary they are?
Deshaun, Jasmine, you kids ready for a fun day? Let's go.
I wish we could have an otter for a pet.
Where on earth would we keep it, sis?
In the bathtub. Can we, Dad? Please? Can we?
That wouldn't be kind to the otter, honey.
But why? I would take good care of it. You know I would.
Jasmine, it's not just the water they need. It's their whole habitat.
What's a habitat?
That's a great question, sis. And we're in the perfect place to answer it. A habitat is a special type of place where animals, birds, fish, insects, and other things live. This can include things like trees, rivers, and plants, including the food we eat. You could call it a home, but it's bigger than a home, actually. It's more like a whole neighborhood. Habitats provide food and water, shelter, oxygen, and a safe place to raise babies. Right now, here at the zoo, we see them swimming, but the otters don't only need water. They need land as well, because that's where they make their homes and raise their babies. They'll use anything from mud banks to rocks, to trees and stumps, or thick plant growth. Imagine what Mom would say if you told her you wanted a mud bank in our bathtub.
No, Mom would not be happy about that. I guess you have a point. Wow, Deshaun, you sound like a scientist. I had no idea otters would be so hard to take care of. How do you know all this stuff anyway?
Some I learned in class, and some I read on my own. I love science. And the cool thing about science, Jazz, is that science is everywhere. Another reason habitat is important, besides where the otters make their homes, is habitats contain the right kind of food. Just like we shouldn't give Tyson people food, you can't just give an otter your apple or carrot, or even dog food. You would have to put the right kind of fish, crabs, mussels, snails, and other things into the bathtub for the otters to eat. And all those creatures need the right kind of river or lake or ocean water, not the kind of water that comes from our faucet.
Okay, I get it now. A habitat is like a special neighborhood for wildlife, with shelter, food, water, air, and safe places for babies. Just like our neighborhood has houses, apartments, grocery stores, community gardens, a river, air, basketball courts, and playgrounds, right?
I have a smart sister. Now let's go over to the lion savanna.
What's a savanna?
A savanna is just another type of habitat, Jasmine. Our Earth is filled with many different types of habitats. The savannas in Africa are where the lions and cheetahs, giraffes and elephants and many other creatures live. See the polar bears, Jasmine? They need ice. They could never survive on the savanna. They would not have the right kind of climate, food, shelter, water, or home.
And lions could never live on the ice.
Exactly.
What other kinds of habitats are there, Deshaun?
Lots. Let's see. My science teacher, Miss Jansen, made up a rhyme to help us remember. Here goes. There are glaciers, tundra, ice, and snow, and many more. There's lots to know. Savanna, rivers, forests, and streams, mountain, lakes, like your favorite dreams. How would you like to go for a romp? In a desert, a salt marsh, or a swamp? Meadows or grasslands you say you like? Both are fine places to take a hike. There are jungles, mountains, and coral reefs. Watch out for fish with the sharp, pointy teeth. From the rocky volcanoes to the deep blue sea, there are so many places for creatures to be. Some things live in deep, dark caves. They don't see the light of day. People might think those caves are scary. Some prefer woodland or prairie. In order to live, eat, grow, and play, I have just one little thing to say. You'll do well to remember that it's all about the habitat. And many of those habitats are recreated here at the zoo. Zookeepers are scientists who study animals in their habitats. Just like we take good care of Tyson by walking him, playing with him, feeding him the right food, and giving him a nice place to sleep, they study what is best to help the zoo animals live. The climate and type of home they live in, what they eat, and how they raise their babies. Scientists know how very important habitats are, and that we humans must take great care not to destroy them. We must protect our wildlife, plants, food, and water.
I get it. A whale couldn't live in a cave. A giraffe couldn't live in a swamp. A camel couldn't live in a rainforest.
That's for sure.
An alligator couldn't live on the ice. A starfish couldn't live on a grassland. An otter couldn't live on a mountaintop. And a palm tree couldn't live on a tundra.
Okay. Jasmine, you got it, girl.
I want to explore all the different habitats. Can we please, Daddy?
Sure, honey. We have all day to spend at the zoo, as long as we're home by dinner.
It's cool, little sis. Your big brother Deshaun will protect you.
Great dinner, Mom. Boy, was I hungry. Are these veggies from the garden?
Science. Stop and try to wonder why.
I love the sound and smell of rain hitting the sidewalks.
I guess Tyson doesn't like the thunder.
I'm going to start dinner, guys. I'll need both of you to set the table in about 20 minutes.
Sure thing, Mom. I don't mind the thunder when it's a low rumble, but I get a little scared when it's a loud crack. I could watch lightning all night. It's so pretty.
Pretty and powerful. It's a huge electric shock that travels through the air. It's really dangerous when it hits something.
Who turned out the lights?
It looks like the lightning did. I found it. We're gonna need this flashlight.
How can lightning turn out the lights? Why can't you just turn the light switch back on?
It doesn't work that way when the power goes out.
It looks like we're going out to eat tonight.
Hey, Mom, the library is on the other side of town. I bet they didn't lose power. Can we stop by after getting something to eat so I can give Jasmine a little science lesson on electricity?
I'm fine with that. It will give me some time to read up on growing sweet potatoes. I want to try growing those at the community garden. I'll give Dad a call and let him know we'll be out. He can grab something to eat on his way home from work and take care of Tyson. That dog has always been scared of thunder.
Let's use the flashlight with the simulation station. It'll help us understand why the lights went out.
Great idea. Let's go.
Was your spaghetti as good as my salad?
Delicious. I saved a meatball for Tyson.
Remember, I'll be in the gardening section if you need me.
Got it, Mom. Let's head over to the simulation station. You put the flashlight in the simulation station, and I'll start typing in our search on electricity. Electricity is a form of energy that's produced when electrons move from one place to another place. The pathway those electrons flow through is called an electric circuit.
Hey, that sounds like water flowing through Mom's garden hose.
That's a good comparison, Jazz. But instead of water, electricity is flowing. The batteries push electrons through metal parts inside the flashlight. Electrons flow out of the battery through the light bulb, past a switch and back into the battery.
How does the switch turn the flashlight on and off?
The switch puts a small gap or space in the pathway so the electricity can't keep moving. When you turn the switch on, the small gap or space goes away, and there's a complete loop for the electricity to follow.
So that's how a flashlight works. Wow, science really is everywhere. How does a light switch work?
The electricity we use at home doesn't come from a battery. A big power plant pushes electricity through wires into our home. Wires run behind the walls, and those wires run to the electrical outlets and light switches. A light switch works just like a switch on the flashlight.
Wow, I never knew that.
When you turn it on, it completes the loop for the electricity to follow. Any material that allows electricity to move through it easily is called a conductor. Electrical engineers found out that copper is a good conductor of electricity, so most electrical wires are made of copper.
It doesn't look like the wires are made of copper. Every wire I see looks like it's made of rubber.
Good observation, Jasmine. That's because those copper wires are covered in plastic. Anything that doesn't allow electricity to move through it easily is called an insulator. In order to keep people safe, scientists wanted to keep electricity from going where it's not wanted, so they figured out that they could cover the wires with an insulator that stops the flow of electricity. I actually have a science kit at home that lets you test to see what things conduct electricity.
So why did our lights go out?
Something must have broken the electrical circuit. The circuit is the path that electricity follows to get into our home. Lightning or wind could have knocked over a tree, and that tree could have pulled down a power line which would have stopped the flow of electricity to us. Once the power company fixes the line, we should have power back. Someone is hard at work out in the storm trying to make sure we have electricity.
So now I know who turned off the lights. Do you think our electricity is back on by now?
Let's go get Mom and find out. Maybe I can break out my electricity science kit, and we can test to see what things are good conductors. You can also give Tyson that meatball you saved for him.
I was kind of hoping to use it in your science kit to see if the meatball is a conductor or insulator.
Now that's thinking like a scientist.
Science. Stop and try to wonder why.
Whoa, Maria, look! I found my old toy car. Do you think it still works?
As long as the motor isn't broken, it should still work. Let's go try it out.
Whoa! Look at it go!
Go, Manny!
No, Ochoa! Stop! Oh, it's broken.
Oh, that's too bad. Ochoa was just trying to play.
Now what am I going to do all day?
We don't need this car to have fun with motors. How would you like to make a motor?
Really? Can we actually do that?
Of course, it is simpler than you would think. But first, we're going to need some tools.
To the tool shed!
Okay, we're going to need copper wire, paper clips, a magnet, a battery, sandpaper, wire cutters, and electrical tape.
I got the sandpaper, paper clips, magnet, and battery.
I have the wire and tools, and Ochoa has the tape.
Good girl, Ochoa.
First, we need to make a coil from a piece of wire.
Why do we need to make a coil? How will that help make a motor?
That's a good question. It has to do with electromagnetism.
Electro what?
Electromagnetism. It's a word used to describe how a magnetic field is created by the flowing of an electric current. When an electric current is at rest, it produces an electric field. When an electric current is in motion, like flowing through a wire, it creates a magnetic field. The magnetic field is made stronger by coiling the wire. It allows more current to flow through a smaller distance, which increases the magnetic field.
Wow, it's like Dad always says, science is everywhere.
That's right, Manny. And scientists who study electromagnetism are called physicists.
Cool. Okay, so what's the sandpaper for?
We use the sandpaper to remove the outside plastic covering from the edges of the wire. Remove plastic from both edges of the wire on one side. And on the other side, only remove plastic from one edge. Now, we bend two of the paper clips so that there is a ledge to put the wire on. Okay, Manny, hold one paper clip to each end of the battery and I'll tape it on. Okay, there's one more step.
I want to do it.
Okay, Manny, put that magnet on top of the battery.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. See, Manny, you can have fun with motors even without your car.
Yeah, but I'm confused. How does just a battery, magnet, and a few paper clips make the coil spin?
Well, the battery provides the electric current, and the paper clips are a conductor that allows the electrical current from the battery to move through the wire. We discussed how an electric current in motion creates a magnetic field, a kind of force. Well, that magnet you put on the battery works with the magnetic field to spin the coil which runs the motor. There are things all around us that use motors.
Like what?
Look around and see if you can guess.
Oh, the power drill spins. Oh, the fan spins. Oh, and the wheels spin. Before it broke.
You got it, Manny. Look, here is the electric motor on your car.
That's so cool. Maybe I can fix the motor on my car. Or even make a new car.
That's the spirit. Now you just need to make sure Ochoa doesn't get too close to your new motor.
Go get it, girl. Science. Stop and try to wonder why.
This is my favorite field trip that we take at Science in the Summer Camp, and I'm so glad Mom has the time off to chaperone this year.
I like it too. Aw, look! Tyson wants to come with us to the Natural History Museum. I bet he would really enjoy it there.
Welcome to the Museum of Natural History. Today we will be exploring the first floor, where we will learn about the history of the Earth and take a look at our fabulous fossils on the fourth floor. After our lesson, you are free to explore on your own as long as you remain with an adult.
Wow, look at that Triceratops. It's so amazing to think that all these dinosaurs walked the Earth millions and millions of years ago.
Millions of years ago, Deshaun? Really? How do you know that?
That's a great question. I'll tell you. Fossils are found inside a special type of rock, and scientists called paleontologists have learned how to date the different layers of rock. They have tools that can tell them the age of those rocks. That's how we know that the Earth is really old, and how we can see that it has changed over millions of years.
Rocks? Really? Rocks are what tell us how old the Earth is? Why is it that fossils are found in rock?
I can tell you the answer to that, Jasmine, but let's see if we can find an explanation here in the museum that will show us too.
I think I found it. This shows a slice of the Earth's crust. I can see many different layers of rock.
That's right, Jasmine. And each layer is like a page in a history book. The bottom layer is the oldest and tells about the past long, long ago, millions and even billions of years ago. The top layer is the newest. Fossils are the remains of living things that existed a long time ago. Sometimes when an animal or plant died, it sunk into the mud and sediment. Later, over many, many years, the earth changed, and when that mud hardened into sedimentary rock, the bones, shells, and leaves were preserved. They leave an impression which we call a fossil. Scientists today have a good idea of where and how to look for fossils.
Deshaun, look over here. Look at this gigantic fern. Think Mom would like that in her garden? Wow, this is interesting. Look at this one. It says here that this was an ancient type of horse that lived 50, is that million? Years ago. It's so tiny, it's smaller than Tyson.
Yes, another good point, Jazz. Fossils can tell a story. Scientists call this the fossil record.
The fossil record?
Yes, the fossil record gives us clues about the way living things used to be. 50 million years ago, ancestors of the horses we know today were much smaller than they are now. And as you can see, some plants were much larger. In some places, not only have the animals and plants changed, but the climate and landscape has changed also.
I get it. If the fossil record shows that sea creatures and shells are found at the top of a mountain or in a desert, then we know that long ago this land was at the bottom of an ocean.
Right, and that land got pushed up or moved over millions of years.
A million-year-old bug that looks like the one I saw in the backyard yesterday. It says that it was trapped in tree sap that hardened into something called amber, and scientists study and compare these bugs to ones living today. I didn't know there were fossil insects. That's really cool. I thought it was just big creatures, like dinosaurs.
There are so many types of fossils, big and small. Fish, reptiles, birds, plants, and insects have been found. Humans too. It says here on this sign that the fossil record does not tell the whole story. It's only the ones who happen to die near ground that's soft or muddy that we know about. The good news, though, is that scientists are making more and more fossil discoveries all the time.
This is all pretty interesting and cool, but why do scientists care about all this old stuff so much anyway? Wouldn't they rather be studying living animals, like Tyson?
Well, one thing scientists have learned from comparing ancient times to now is that humans, animals, and even the climate have changed over the years. Understanding the past can help us think about what's important for the future. For example, lots of our energy comes from coal, oil, and natural gas. Guess what? They all come from fossils. Scientists are using that information to help us make important changes in how we use fossil fuel.
Exploring and discovering and helping sounds like a cool job. I think I just might want to be a scientist when I grow up.
Great idea. Science is everywhere, so you'll never run out of things to study. Now let's grab Mom from the giant fern over there and go eat. We can see more fossils after lunch. I'm so hungry, I could eat a T-Rex.
Well, that's nothing new, big brother. Science. Stop and try to wonder why.
What are you doing, Manny?
I can't fall asleep, so I figured I would try counting basketball bounces.
Counting sheep is a lot quieter.
But Maria, I'm just not tired. Who says we have to sleep at night anyway?
Let's see. Mom and Dad do. I do. Ochoa agrees with me. Just look at her. The sun goes to bed at night and so should you.
What do you mean the sun goes to bed? Where does it go?
I know what you're doing. You're just trying to get out of going to sleep.
If you don't tell me, then I won't be able to go to sleep because I lay here all night trying to figure out the answer. And I think better when I'm dribbling a basketball. And all my dribbling will go on and on all night, and you won't get any sleep.
The sun really doesn't go anywhere. We are the ones moving and spinning. In our solar system, the Earth turns away from the sun as it spins. The Earth spins and day begins. In a few hours, we'll be spinning around to face the sun. A new day begins! I'd like to get some sleep before that happens.
If we're spinning, then why don't I feel it? Do you remember the last time you spun me really fast on the merry-go-round at the park?
How could I forget? I called you and Ochoa the Dizzy Duo. The Earth is spinning, but we can't feel it because everything around us is spinning at the same speed too. Oops.
Don't worry, sis. I do that all the time.
Hey, that gives me an idea. Let's use the light bulb for the sun, your basketball for the Earth, and we can use your glob of gum to show us where we are on the Earth. Well, actually, the sun is a lot bigger than the Earth. If Earth was the size of this basketball, then the sun would be the size of our apartment building. The Earth is a lot further away from the sun than this.
Okay, the sizes and distances are all wrong. But where does the sun go at night?
During the day, we face the sun, but the Earth is spinning. As the Earth spins away from the sun, we move into night. The Earth keeps spinning and we turn back to face the sun and a new day begins. It looks like the sun is moving across the sky, but we are just spinning past it.
So the Earth spins away from the sun and we have night. Does that mean that one part of the Earth is in nighttime and the other part of the Earth is in daytime?
That's a really great question, but I'll need another piece of bubblegum to answer that question. I just brushed my teeth and I'm not chewing bubblegum.
I can chew another piece.
I've got a better idea. I'll make you a deal. If you get some sleep, I'll get Mom to take us to the library in the morning and we can check out the simulation station.
The simulation station! I'm in. Turn off that light. I need to get some sleep.
What about your basketball and bubblegum?
You can keep it, sis.
Gee, thanks. I guess sharing is caring. The Earth spins and day begins. We were spinning all night and now we're facing the sun. It looks like the sun is moving across the sky, but we are the ones spinning past the sun. We've spun to see the sun. Are you ready to be amazed?
Am I ready to be amazed? Does the Earth spin around the sun?
I love our Saturday morning trips to the library. What books did you want me to find for you?
We need a few books that explain why we have night and day.
Let's start at the computer. A few simple clicks, and we should have a reference number. Here we go. Why we have night and day. SS 247. I'm guessing the SS stands for science section. I'll be right back with that book.
Do you think we should tell her that SS stands for simulation station?
It will be good to have a book. We can read it before bed tonight. It may help someone to fall asleep. What are you doing? The simulation station is a hologram machine.
What? It makes me feel like a scientist.
Go ahead and start the station. I'll load the basketball and type in your question. Compared to all the planets in our solar system, the sun sits in the middle and all planets move around it. As the planets move around the sun, they spin. The Earth spins. The spinning of the Earth is what causes day and night. Because everything on Earth is spinning at the same speed, we can't feel it. When we see what looks like the sunrise and watch the sun seem to move across the sky, we are actually seeing the Earth spin away from the sun. It takes 24 hours for the Earth to make one complete rotation. That's why there are 24 hours in a day. As North America turns to face the sun, direct light from the sun hits the Earth. The direct light from the sun creates daytime. As the Earth spins away from the sun, North America moves out of view of the sun, and we see what looks like a sunset. Direct sunlight hits another part of Earth. So in answer to your question last night, yes, Manny, we can easily see that when we have daylight on the other side of the Earth, it is nighttime. Without direct sunlight, North America is in nighttime. The Earth keeps spinning through the night until it faces the sun. The Earth has spun to face the sun. The Earth spins and a new day begins.
That was so cool.
Science is everywhere. You just have to start thinking and asking questions about what you see. Sometimes you just have to stop and wonder why.
I found a great book that should help explain why there is day and night.
Thanks, Mom. I can read it tonight.
That book looks like it will be great for exploring more.
The simulation station got me thinking. I know why we have day and night. The Earth spins to face the sun and we have day. The Earth spins and faces away from the sun and we have night. But why can we see the moon at night?
That's a great question, but to show you the answer to that, I'm going to need a flashlight, a bike reflector, and a powdered donut.
It sounds like a field trip into the basement.
Field trip into the basement sounds exciting, but we're replacing that powdered donut with a hard-boiled egg.
Science! Stop and try to wonder why.
Wow! Awesome move, Maya! I haven't seen you do that one before.
That's because I just finally perfected it. I kept messing it up before, but Miss Collins told me if I worked hard and practiced it over and over, that I would get it. Maybe now I can have the part I wanted in the performance.
And look at those muscles! Wow, it's like ballet is a sport.
It sure is. People who dance for a living are serious athletes. We have to build our muscles just like in any other sport. In fact, Miss Collins teaches us a lot about our skeletal muscular system.
Skeletal muscular system? Is that one of those organ systems you told me about on your birthday?
Yes, it is, Lee. You have a good memory.
I wish I could have big muscles. Can you show me how?
Sure I can. But first, there are some things you should understand about what your bones and muscles do. Can you take a guess at what your bones are for?
I have to have a science lesson before you show me how to get big muscles?
Of course, Lee, because...
Science is everywhere, I know. And all scientists use math. Well, without bones, I guess we would all just be big rolling balls of jelly.
Right. Your bones hold up your body and give it its shape. Suzuki's bones hold up his body and give him a different shape.
And I know something else too. Our skulls keep our brains safe. Don't they, Suzuki? Coach Mailer always tells us to protect our brains.
Right again, Lee. Your skeletal system protects your internal organs. Here's something I bet you didn't know. Your bones also make blood cells.
Really? Blood cells come from bones? You're right, Maya. I would have never guessed that. Cool.
Can you think of another thing that the skeletal system might do?
Maybe help us move around?
Yes. Miss Collins says our skeletal system helps us move when our muscles pull on our bones. I'm sure Coach Mailer would tell you the same thing if you asked him. The muscular system works with the skeletal system. I guess you didn't know that ballet teachers and baseball coaches are scientists, did you, Lee?
Not really. Well, I want to know more about the muscular system. Tell me, what can I do to get stronger?
Okay, little brother. But first it will be helpful to know what muscles do. When you hit a baseball, the muscles pull on the bones in your arms to use the bat to hit. And then they pull on the bones in your legs to help you run around the bases.
Okay, so what can I do to get stronger?
Hang on, I'm not finished. There are other kinds of muscles in your body, like the heart muscle and the smooth muscles on your organs. The heart muscle pumps blood through your body. Can you think of a big difference between your heart muscle and your leg muscles?
Oh, that's easy, Maya. I can control my arms and legs, but my heart beats all by itself, even while I'm sleeping.
Yes, some muscles we control and some work on their own, like the smooth muscles, which help you breathe, move food through your body, and work when you cough or sneeze.
But Maya, how do our muscles actually work? How do they pull on the bones?
Great question. Remember those muscles we control? Our brain sends signals to our muscles, and muscles contract or shorten. Sometimes they work in pairs. When one muscle shortens, the other muscle relaxes. Take your biceps. When your bicep shortens, your triceps, which is in the back of your arm, relaxes. This pulls your lower arm towards your upper arm. Here, to really feel it, try it with this weight.
Now I feel it. That's kind of heavy.
If you practice carefully with weights, your muscles will get stronger.
Awesome. Next time I hit a home run, I will be thinking about my skeletal muscular system in action.
I bet you will, Lee. All great athletes study the science of how our bodies work. Along with their coaches, they work with sports medicine doctors, who are scientists of the body.
I'm going to be a famous baseball player when I grow up. Now, Maya, how about showing me what I can do to build up my leg muscles?
Science. Stop and try to wonder why.